All right, it's a little windy, so hopefully this comes through, but this is my 13 month after L3 through L5 fusion update. So as you can see, I'm out hiking. I would say overall this last month has been a little bit better. I'm still having, and I think I will continue to have, funny symptoms in my feet and sometimes top of foot, shin area, especially on the right side. But what I decided to do is just do a lot of research, try to find some shoes that felt the best, which I've found. Not to say that at times they don't feel a little uncomfortable and my feet get a little, that funny feeling, kind of numbness, tingly stuff. And still, if I overdo it with hiking, and sometimes I'm feeling good and I go out, I'm going to go hike 3 out of the next 4 days, and then things get exacerbated. So that's been, I just need to reel it in a little bit. But overall, I think it's been more of a mental game this last month, just kind of dealing with the fact that I'm going to have some of these feelings and just know that, you know, I haven't fallen. It doesn't really have to stop me in any significant way. And I just got to make some modifications. So one of those I'll show you here in a second. In the middle of about a 4 or 5 mile hike with some climbing, and then on the decline, and sometimes when I'm going down, it's when my foot hurts or gets a little bit of that funny feeling. It doesn't really hurt, it's more of the numbness. And I'll show you here in a second. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll transition halfway through, and if I can show you this. So those are my hiking Crocs. They're all-terrain Crocs. They have good grip on the bottom. They feel really comfortable, and when I wear those, my feet feel about as close to normal as I can get it. So usually wear my other shoes 80% of the hike, and when my feet feel funny, just pull out of my backpack and switch it. And that's worked pretty well. So again, just doing the research, finding some shoes. I mean, the shoes I've been using are these Skechers walking shoes that actually have pretty good grip, and they really minimize the funny feelings when I'm at work and that sort of stuff. And they look stylish enough, and they're dark enough to where you're not going to think, oh, those are really funny to wear to work, because they look fine. Once in a while I'll throw on some Crocs at work, but thankfully I don't need to do that all that often. So yeah, I mean, I'm still hopeful that maybe the nerves will continue to get slightly better over the next 6 months. I think that's within the realm of possibility, but I'm not really counting on it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some of the funny feelings. But again, the big picture, before the surgery, I was on gobs of Neurontin and I could hardly walk. And now I'm hiking and I'm not taking any Neurontin. So in the big picture of life, it's a huge improvement. The other modification I've made, I was really sad because I just could not imagine riding my mountain bike just kind of hunched over like that and bent and just sitting that much, because sitting is what gets me at work. That's where all the pressure is on your lower lumbar area, and that aggravates stuff. I need to stand up at work and move around as much as I can. So decided to kind of give up the mountain biking idea, at least with a traditional mountain bike. So I did some research there, and I'll maybe have to show this in another video. I'm not a spokesperson for this company, though it's probably going to sound like it. I did some research, and there's a company, they're called ElliptiGO, based out of the San Diego area, ElliptiGO. And they make these machines where you basically ride around like it's an elliptical runner you would see at the gym, except it moves. I have an elliptical machine at home and at the gym, but then I discovered that ElliptiGO makes a stand-up bike, a stand-up mountain bike. It looks just like a mountain bike, except it has no seat. So you are upright the whole time, which for me is perfect, because then it's really no pressure on my lower back. And it's just a cool machine. It has shocks in the front. It rides very, very well. Now, it's not going to be something where you're going to do hardcore mountain biking, but that's not what I'm going to do with it. I just want to be able to go off roads on trails and ride around. So I ended up getting one of those, and that thing's a lifesaver. I mean, it's so cool. So you just make some of these modifications. Can't imagine anybody getting a 2-level fusion like I had is going to come out just 100%. I just think that's unrealistic. But you know, if you're 60-70% better and it allows you to do these things, I do think the other 30% is mentally just kind of dealing with the changes in feeling in your body. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm definitely feeling more optimistic because I feel like I can still do a lot of these things with these modifications and still have fun with it. So that's kind of the story at this point. Again, if you're recovering or getting ready for this surgery, I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear what modifications all of you are using, because I'm willing to try pretty much anything. So until next time, take care.